The Christians in China are suffering. The Christians in India are suffering. The Christians in Russia are suffering. The Christians in Europe are suffering. The Christians in South America, and so on and so forth. You will try to say, we're not really suffering because other people are suffering does not mean that you aren't suffering. I think it's important to remind ourselves and to understand that what the devil likes to see the people do is to suffer. And what he likes even more is when we suffer in a way where we like to stay in that suffering. It would be easy for us to leave here tonight and get back on Facebook and be causing problems for some of you because I'm bringing the same things here that I'm talking about that you're going to see on Facebook. Well, hopefully not the same things exactly, but a little bit different. But I think right now, more than anything, one thing that I can tell you is this. There is hope. And I think Romans 8:18 tells us that. I consider that our present sufferings are not worth comparing with the glory that will be revealed in us. I love that. I consider that our present sufferings are not worth comparing. I don't know if you ever focus on that. It's not worth comparing, which is what we do. Right now it's really, really bad, and I hate it, and I'm going to compare it to what's going to happen in the future and what's going to happen when I'm with the Lord, or as Romans chapter 8 verses 19 will say, for the creation awaits in eager expectation for the children of God to be revealed. For the creation was subjected to frustration, not by its own choice, but by the will of the one who subjected it, in hope that the creation itself will be liberated from its bondage to decay and brought into the freedom and glory of the children of God. So there's a part of that we're not going to break down completely tonight, but there is something that we're expecting, something that we're waiting for within creation itself and within the idea of what's going on. And so we're thinking about the future. And it's easy to get into the comparison game of the future is going to be a lot better than right now. It just has to be. And even as Christians, we will sit there and question, is the future really going to be worth it? And Paul says it's not worth comparing. It's not worth the comparison. Don't get yourself into a place where you begin to compare the future with God to the present suffering. The future is so good, it's not worth even putting on a pro-con list. Have you ever made a pro-con list? Did you ever date somebody that you had to write a pro-con list when you were younger? Did you ever have to do that? If you got to pull out the pro-con list, I don't know, guys. I'm wondering. And so you write the pros and you say, okay, this is good, this is good. And you write the cons. Well, this is bad. I don't really like this about them. I don't really like this. And so what ends up happening is we compare. Is it good or bad? And Paul's saying it's not worth it. Someone who has suffered, someone who has been through frustrations, someone who has been tired, someone who's been exhausted, he says it's not worth comparing. And right now we live in a world of fear and anxiety and anxiousness. We live in a world that is manipulating as well as motivating us to be frightened and to be scared. And we, as Christians, don't need to be foolish. And we need to remind ourselves that we have not been given a spirit of fear, but a spirit of love and of power and of a sound mind, of a sober mind, one that is well aware of what's going on right around us and what's going on in this world. And we know Satan's working, but we know God works even harder. I'm happy that you're here. And right now you might be deep into this frustration that I know I myself am in as well. That I have to remind myself of Romans 8:18, that it's not worth comparing. Because we know how great the next life will be. And just like Paul says, and I say to you tonight, Lord, come. I'm ready. The question is, are you ready? If you're not ready, tonight's the night. Don't go another day with waiting. Don't go another day wondering whether you're ready or not. Be ready tonight. And nothing but the blood can save you tonight. And so if you will, won't you come forward? Together we stand as we sing.
What can wash away my sin? Nothing but the blood of Jesus. What can make me whole again? Nothing but the blood of Jesus. Oh, precious is the flow that makes me white as snow. No other fount I know, nothing but the blood of Jesus. For my pardon this I sing, nothing but the blood of Jesus. For my cleansing this my plea, nothing but the blood of Jesus. Oh, precious is the flow that makes me white as snow. No other fount I know, nothing but the blood of Jesus. Nothing can poison atone, nothing but the blood of Jesus. Not of good that I have done, nothing but the blood